All right, guys, I know this looks a little odd where we are, but
Yeah, it's a little cool.
Wade Simmons, you are an instructor at Jeff State, the EMS program, right? We're actually at Thompson High School right now. Wade, tell us a little bit about the class that you are teaching this year. Tell us kind of what it's called and then what you guys do.
Yeah, absolutely. So our class is a dual enrollment course through Jeff State for high school juniors and seniors who are wanting to go into either emergency services or into the medical field. What we provide through Jeff State's accreditation and being able to be housed here at Thompson High School is a full-fledged EMT course, so that as these kids get ready to graduate high school, they can go on taking national registry, go into be heads up when it comes to job placement, getting into any type of medical career field or any type of medical school that they're shooting for.
You know, one thing that I love about Thompson High School is, you know, college is, you know, traditional college, I guess, four-year college is not for everyone.
Right.
And the fact that we are giving these kids the leg up to have, so basically by the end of this class, they will have their full basic
EMT certification. Right. So what we do is throughout the course of the year, we're prepping kids to go on into, as soon as they graduate, take the National Registry certification through NREMT. And what that does is, like I said, put them heads up, you know, in front of lots of people when it comes to job, career opportunities, but also for going on into schooling purposes. So if we had a student who is looking to go into the medical field, but maybe they don't want to ride in an ambulance, they can use our program to not only get hired at fire departments, but we can take ours finishing on through paramedic, finishing EMT, getting on through paramedic, and we can work in things like police tactical teams. We can go into any type of federal agencies. FBI right now is having a huge push and needing paramedics to actually be on their tactical teams and in their EMS, you know, field. So we've got federal career agencies, fire, emergency services, but we also have things like going in, finishing through paramedic school, which is a 2-year program. So in 2 years, these kids can be out of high school making good money, but you can be working in things like a cardiac cath lab in the emergency room or in the cath lab at the hospitals. We can go into radiology, anything. This EMT course greatly preps them for any type of medical career field that they're interested in.
I mean, it
now
blows
what I
me
want
away.
to do, what I want to do is get the kids moving into emergency services, because there's a need for a younger group coming into the emergency services. Fire departments need paramedics, ambulance companies need paramedics now more than ever.
Absolutely.
And there are great careers. There are great careers with great benefits. Rewarding careers when it comes to just, you know, overall happiness and getting to know that you're actually making a difference in the world. And also the pay is not too bad either. We've, you know, emergency services has greatly increased the pay for the responders over the past 20 years just to be able to keep up with the market. So it's a great opportunity I tell these kids, if they finish the class, they can walk out of high school, zero college, walk out making $60,000 their first day.
It's such an incredible opportunity for them. Tell us about some of the things that the kids will be learning throughout this year.
Yeah, so we're doing all of our basic emergency medical services. So yes, we're going to learn how to check vital signs. Yes, we're going to learn how to assess patients when it comes to any type of trauma or injury, but we're also learning documentation skills. We're also learning communication skills, how to communicate back and forth. If these kids go out into the real world after graduation and they're using this certification, they're going to be on the phone in the middle of a scene talking to a doctor, an ER doctor, over the cell phone. So these kids need to be prepared to be able to do that, because we want them moving out into the field not just prepared for what's coming, but being able to excel at what they're doing. So documentation, communication skills. Obviously, we're doing our basic life support, which is our CPR, first aid, treatment. We're learning everything from stroke, heart attacks, any medical issue, diabetes management, things like that. we're learning how to take care of as high school juniors and seniors.
It's incredible. Now, behind us, we have this ambulance simulator, right?
Yeah,
so is this set up really like what it will be like on scene?
Yeah, so this is very similar, obviously, except for some of the paramedic level AOS equipment. But our ambulance is set up just like a real ambulance. You can see our nice Thompson Warrior logo. So you'll have to excuse the mess. We are in the middle of a training session.
They're doing class.
So, but I mean, we have a real stretcher. We have airway seat. In some of these little cubbies up here, we have our equipment. Some of our, some of our syringes or needles, things that we may need for drawing up drugs.
Yeah.
We don't start IVs as EMTs in the state of Alabama, but we can assist a paramedic to hand him the stuff to get ready for it, or an advanced EMT. So we're learning stuff like that. We've got the normal trauma, C-collars. Up under our bench, we have a lot of our trauma stuff. Another thing that we actually are completely responsible for in the state of Alabama as an EMT is an EMT can actually do live childbirth in the field. So we have OB stuff in here that we're going to start learning and going through. So I've gotten the opportunity over nearly a 20-year career. I've gotten 6 live births in the field. So I've actually got to be a part of somebody coming into this world, other than my own kids.
Yes.
Somebody else coming into the world 6 different times. So it's a wild experience. But we're going to focus a lot this year on the transition really between just getting the kids from a book and a test standpoint to actually putting hands on and running real scenarios and real skills, because that's what they're going to need in the field. We have a lot of really good test takers in emergency services, a lot of really smart people, but we also need people who can put hands on patients, fix problems, and be able to transition right into the middle of what everybody else would consider a chaotic situation.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I think that what you're providing for these kids is just invaluable. I mean, I don't even think they realize yet what an incredible asset this is going to be for them.
Yeah.
We had the opportunity to speak with some of these students, and even though they are just getting their feet wet in this program, I'm watching them do these live scenarios, and you're not messing around with them, Wade. You know, you are telling them how to do it, because this is a true college class that they're in.
Right.
And I think these kids are going to go so far. So I really want to come back maybe in a few months, maybe towards the end of the year, and just kind of go through what all you guys have learned and see some hands-on stuff with them. You think that'd be cool?
I would love that. I'm sure they would too.
I think they would too.
Once they get a few more skills under their belt.
Maybe just a few here, right? Yeah. All right, you guys are doing an incredible thing here. Thank you so much for reaching out to us about this.
You are so welcome, and thank you guys for coming out and kind of putting a spotlight on the program. We have already doubled our student number since last year, and I want to keep doubling it. This is a great opportunity that we have here at Thompson that, you know, schools like I went to, we didn't have this opportunity.
No,
and
not
these
at
kids, these kids are getting, you know, a huge step up in job placement, career, education, just by having the opportunity to take this. So thank you guys for highlighting it, and hopefully next year we can double it again.
I'm ready. Thanks, Wade.
Absolutely. Thanks a bunch.